want to give reverence to the supreme bossless of the universe. The world is in need of as much prayer as we can get, and as many men and women thinking together about how much better we can be when we move in the same direction. Uh, Having said that, thank you to the Grand Bossless and those on the committee who put this event together today. For those members of our fraternity that will graduate, that will move on to the next step of their lives, perseverance is something that is very near and dear to my heart. As a young man who pledged going into his senior year at Texas Christian University, this noble fraternity had always been a bright and shining star on the hill for me throughout my life. To be able to join the fraternity was one of the greatest days of my life. And ever since that day, ever since that moment, ever since that second, I've tried to do everything I can to make sure that I'm honoring not only the things that I pledged my oath to, but also to the people who helped me across those burning sands into this fraternity. But today we are here because of education. The purpose of education, both formal and informal, is to help a person develop a system of decision making. And to those with those tools to help them make those decisions, the hope is that we will make better decisions about not only our lives, but how we can improve the world that we have been given by our supreme bossless of the universe. For many of us, friendship is a chosen way of life. To others, friendship is essential to our soul. Be it the right or wrong answer, we both have to move in the right direction in order for us to make sure that our aspirations are met, not just the aspirations that we had when we went into our educational endeavor, but also those aspirations that we developed along the way. The truth of the matter is that as we got into our education, some of us discovered more about a world that we never knew, that those endeavors that we thought going into it would be the outcomes that we expected were not the things that we would actually end up accomplishing. We would accomplish that and much more. The respect that we've given to the education process is something that we should be mindful of. You've gone this far down this road and you have yet a bit further to go. In your quest for nobility amongst us, the educated men of Omega Psi Phi, and our families who have looked up to us along the way, that we must show them the intelligence that we've been able to develop as thoughtful youth along this path called education. So as you graduate today, know that there's a young man or a young woman or a young family member or a young neighbor that's looking at you, not only when you're wearing your cap and gown as you're crossing the stage, but also as you're wearing your camouflage pants and your chosen paraphernalia on any given day, that you too represent me and that I will always represent you. So as you go forward with the fraternity in the back of your mind and the principles and that you cardinal principles that you have said that you will swear your life to, and that your work and the things that you do continue to build up your community, I want you to realize the words of Edgar Newton Jackson earlier, and that you hold with restraint the ability to not only make sure that you are making yourself the the words that you've said and the truth that you've spoken both be one and the same, but that you also remember that as you go into whatever your chosen industry, that it is your choice to fight the system from within as well as from without. I want you to keep that enthusiasm that you had when you decided to go to your first interest meeting about Omega Psi Phi, that you wanted to become this thing that everyone else said was so cool. We're not just cool. We are not just something for you to wear. We're not just something for you to have on a t-shirt. We are life members. We pledged for our life to be Omega Psi Phi and to be all of those things that we said that Omega Psi Phi was when we said the words that we said on those days. And that the nerve that you had when you approached those brothers and said, "Hey, I want to do this thing," is the same nerve that you take when you go out into the streets and remind everyone that your Black life matters. It is your duty to keep up the various paths that people have had before you, all of the fights that our founders had, that our grand bosses have had, that the members of your chapter, whoever they were, had before you. Those members fought so that you had the ability to sit in front of a TV screen or your phone right now and watch as we gave this commencement ceremony. So, as we celebrate you and the scholarship that you've used to make sure that this is a day of celebration for you and your family, And as you go forward and try to figure out how you can help in your community, I want you to make sure that you use all your ingenuity to create a better world for us all so that we can see, again, that perseverance is the key for us getting through not only coronavirus, not only COVID-19, not only the summer of lockdown and quarantine, not only the things that have caused us all to be restricted, but I want you to make sure that that perseverance pushes us through to the next level. We too can be successful. And as I close, I will say it again. I am here because you are. And because you are here, I will remain. And I am. Thank you very much. And back to you, Brother Bonds.
Thank you, Brother Briggs. Thank you